Yo, appreciate you guys for supporting the Big Zoe podcast. Remember to click subscribe and follow and share. Leave a comment below. This is part two, wholesale and real estate with the homie Sam, man. Let us know what you think, man. Big Zoe podcast. Miz on me, Miz on me, Miz on me.
Yo, Miz on me, Miz on me, Miz on me. Welcome to the Big Zoe podcast. I go by the name of Berto.
The boy Beast on the beat.
And we got the homie back again, Sam. This is a part two.
Yes, sir. What's going on? I'm back again, Sam. Butter, you did.
And we're going to continue these conversations. But before we continue the convo, if you haven't, please click subscribe. Please follow. Please leave a comment below. Let us know what you think. We've been blessed tonight with Sam giving us a little info about wholesale or / a little real estate in there. So let us know what you think. Leave a comment below. And I promise you we're going to answer any questions you may have. But anyway, Sam, man, we're going to continue this whole conversation. I think Beast had a question that he was asking last time. You want to finish it off, Beast?
Yeah, I was just basically asking him about his gurus and the people that educate him, or his methods of finding education, because there's no formal way of getting the education to wholesales.
Right. Gotcha. Yeah, definitely on YouTube. Definitely recommend YouTube. Checking out Jerry Norton. Checking out, Max Maxwell got some good content. Ed Hayes, the wholesaler investor. I would, and just definitely, honestly, just YouTube and wholesale real estate investing, and you'll find like some people who you think you may come across. There's a lot of people that I know I'm missing their names, but once you get a little info, like check out, Edwards, what's his name? And Antonio Edwards. I like him, pretty humble guy. He's not as big, but just down to earth. But once you get a little bit of mix of everybody, I would just bring it all back to Jerry Norton. Jerry Norton, he got a playlist called Wholesaling 101, where he goes through a whole bunch of, almost like any question you can ask, it's probably answered on that whole playlist on his YouTube. Jerry Norton. Shout out to Jerry.
Yeah, that's definitely what's up. What's up.
And speaking of so you was talking. I know you asked about like young people. My bad. I want to throw this out there. Yo, within this community we got young like killers like doing it. People 21, 22 years old. Like one that I know personally, he just recently turned 22. He's up in the DC area, still in college. He go to Penn State College, and he's doing wholesaling. He's studying a big time mechanical engineering degree. He has zero plans to get a job when he graduates, because he made more from wholesaling than pretty much what he'll probably make in his first year of engineering. And that's a big degree from Penn State. One of his biggest deals that he did while still in college was $30,000. And I believe he had probably just turned 22. And all it is, like I said earlier, just connecting the dots, being a glorified middleman. That's all it really is. Shout out to my bro.
I got a question. Do you wholesale out of state?
Great question. I love it. So as you see right now, I'm in the room, right? I'm at my dad's house. As long as I got my laptop, it goes down. But usually I'm at home in Palm Beach County. And right now we currently are investing out in Texas. I'm glad you asked that question. So just to give a little bit about our journey. So before COVID hit, we were doing down here, South Florida, just learning, just fell for it, learning the ropes. Managed to get, I believe, 4 properties under contract during that time from January to July. We got about 4 properties under contract. We didn't close any of them because of different situations. One was a short sale. The bank didn't want to approve it no more. One, COVID just hit, so most of the big time investors, they wanted things at a cheaper price. So when you ran your numbers, you had to get it cheaper. And that was pretty much it. Like COVID, well, it was like 3 of them. Like it was almost like, you know, COVID played its part. Plus the short set, the bank didn't want to approve the short sale anymore. So July, you know, we decided, because part of that community I'm a part of, a lot of people are out in San Antonio, Texas, like personally stay out there. And a lot of them went in, and I'm like, you know what? Let's just try a new market, see if it worked. And, you know, thank God we took that leap of faith, and it's just virtual. So as far as seeing properties, so like you can go see properties. Me, every property we done, I haven't even seen it. Matter of fact, the owners, I don't even know what they look like. I don't know what any owner look like. I know what they sound like. I talk to them, but as far as look, never met them. The people that the title company, never met them. The investor that bought the property, never met them. Everything is just straight from the laptop. But I'm talking, you know, I'm talking to these folks. Our first, and you know, right here, this information, like I haven't even put out a lot publicly, or even like people that know me, like personally, like I'm talking about like real close to me don't know most of this, but if they come watch the video, they'll know. So our first month out in Texas, we managed to actually get 3 properties that we ended up closing on. And October was one of our biggest months, like doing the business. So now, you know, and that's the other thing. It's like any business, you're going to go through ups and downs. And it's like, but it clicked. It been clicked in my head since about June that, okay, I get how this works, because it's all I'm doing. Mm-hmm. So in October, we actually managed to close 3 and then close a couple more after that each month. We actually, another property that we just sent in the money today, that this one we're actually going to be keeping ourselves. So that's pretty big. Like now, this is the avenues that happens where you get to build generational wealth for your family. Because now we closing on a property that I only seen through videos, but the people in the area, I know it's a good area. Got the contractor that's gonna fix it up. Got the money that's gonna get it done, which we can talk about the money now. That part we could talk about how you go about getting the money, and well, I get into more about how that's gonna work. But yeah, the money, and you know, personally,
let's talk about how do you get the. I had another question, but let's continue that. Like, how do you get the money? Because I know you said you haven't seen the property, but you said we. So obviously you have a team. So how did you start? Like, how did the whole process start? Did you end up networking, finding a group of people? Y'all end up putting y'all money together to get a property? Because you said that you own a property now and y'all trying to flip it instead of finding an investor.
Yes, sir. Good question. So so to clarify, it's funny, people always ask me, so who's on your team? To get real gritty, picky, it's just me. You know, I just don't like to say I, you know what I mean? But it's
a good thing, man.
Yeah. Like you'll see it all.
Will be a we.
Yeah, it's I know
how to listen. I know how to listen. So
yeah.
I heard the key word we. Who is we?
So when I say we, I'm just talking about the company, you know, because I call myself a worker for the company, which is the LLC we started. That's all it is. So it ain't too much like a lot of people. But as far as like, so I do have some people on the team. So let's talk a little bit about that. So our form of contacting sellers, we do cold calling, getting cursed out by seller. Ring, ring, ring. Hey, calling you about 123 Main Street, want to sell. So we find properties from a software, export them, and get the phone numbers to like thousands of numbers, and just constantly, it's an automatic dialer that just constantly calls. And the information, what we talking. So let's just say, so what happened before we went to San Antonio, before I even had a deal, before I even had money from a deal, I went ahead and hired from the Philippines. There's workers from the Philippines. They would work for like $3 an hour, $4 an hour to do the cold calls. So now I got somebody doing the cold calls, and all I'm focusing on are the people that say yes. So I'm just following up with those people that say yes. So overall, so on our team now, we do have a cold caller, and we got another person that also does follow-ups just like me. So that's currently, but before it was just another person. But even before that person, it was still we. You know what I mean? It was still we. And so how do we go about the money? And just to even thought, so speaking of money, when we close those deals, you know, because like I said, I want to throw this out here to inspire somebody. This is within our first year, still learning the business. October was our biggest month, and after not expensive, after net, like not gross profit, net profit, we brought in 46 grand in October. Net profit. I don't know where else that's going to be happening at like that. So that's why, and it's like you get to see people around you. Like I have another friend right now. We talked today. They about to, after their deal closed, it's about to be 78 grand. Another cat from the group in Atlanta just closed on one for 59 grand. You know what I mean? And these are just wholesale fees, just being a glorified middleman. And yeah, you're going to get some, like the smallest that we ever got was one for 1,000, but that's still something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 1,000 still something. So how you go about getting the money? So, okay, so we got this property and we need to close on it. So you can go to Wells Fargo, you can go to Chase, you can go to those banks and ask them, hey, can y'all lend me a loan? But what they going to ask for in return?
A W-2.
W-2, what else?
Credit score.
Your credit score.
Yep. Tax return.
Tax returns. Yeah.
Job. They want to see all your accounts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what? So in this industry, in the real estate investing world, these are down to earth companies. You ain't dealing with Wells Fargo or Chase, TD Bank. You dealing with they known as hard money lenders.
Mm-hmm.
Hard money lenders, which are pretty much real estate friendly investing banks. So, for example, on this property, and yeah, they charging me, let's just say 12% interest. It's like 11.75. So they charging me 12% interest on the money that we borrowing. So the property costs $70,000, and it's gonna take $25,000 to fix it up. So what these hard money lenders do, they'll loan you up to 90% of the property, which is 90% of 70,000 to purchase it is 63,000. So I need to come to the table with $7,000, and then that 25,000 to fix it up, they're gonna give you 100% of that. They just want to make sure that 10% you put down for the property, that you got some skin in the game. Like, hey, okay, you really doing this and you serious about this. Mm-hmm. Plus, they're not gonna lend you the money either if the numbers don't make sense. So if you went to them and they run their numbers, they're gonna look at it and be like, oh yeah, these do make sense. So they'll lend it to you. Do they care about credit score? They do, but not like that. You can Berto, you can contact Beast. Hey Beast, I know you up there in the 750s. Let me use your credit score. Most people don't like that.
Yeah.
But with the hard money lender, there's nothing tied to Beast like a credit card. It's just that Beast is on the application. They just know, like, in your network, you got that.
Yeah.
Then they want to also make sure, okay, yeah, you got some money in reserves, maybe like $10,000. It ain't just got to be your account. You can contact 10,000 people that each have $1 and say, hey, y'all, give me y'all bank statement, and show them. As long as they know in your network, you can show that. So that 7,000. Now let's talk about that 7,000, because I want to go back to B's question regarding like early on about like money involved. So you got the hard money company, they're gonna lend you that money, and then but you need to put down 10%. That $7,000. There's other real estate friendly banks known as gap lenders. Just think about a gap. You got to fill in a gap.
Yeah.
The gap between you and getting that property is 10%. That gap lending company, they'll fund that. So if you got hard money giving you 90, gap giving you 10%, that's 100%. How much did you got to put?
You put nothing down to zero. You put zero.
Nothing. Then you got to pay that 12% interest every month. It ain't 12% on, it comes down to 88,000. No, it's 12. It's 88,000 because remember the 63,000 for the property plus 25 in repairs.
Yeah.
So 88,000 times 12% comes out to 10,560.
Mm-hmm.
But that's on a yearly basis. Divide that by 12. Every month you got to pay this in a fee for them lending you that money. $880. Guess what? If you got the Gap lending company, guess who's gonna pay that fee for you?
The Gap company.
Hey, give me 900. Pay it. You gonna turn around and flip this property in 3 months. 880 times 3, 2640.
Yeah.
So you borrowed $88,000, and this is the fee you're gonna pay for it for borrowing it.
Yeah, that's not bad.
It's not bad.
That's not
and it's
bad.
like when you in the industry and you understand what's going on, you're like, oh, so when people hear 12%, they're like, oh, that's a high interest rate. But when you understand how it works, you be like, nah, let's go.
It's only 12% a month. Then if you think about it, if it's 88,000, then most likely for 88,000, that a property like that, you're gonna sell it for like at least over 100,000 or close to that.
Yeah. So this one in specific, it can sell for, when it's all said and done, it can sell for 145, 150.
Damn.
But let's just say 145.
Mm-hmm.
So 145 times 0.93. I'm taking off, so I'm subtracting 7%.
Yeah.
Why? So it's all 134 left. 7% because you got to pay the realtor commission when they list it, plus closing costs. So 134 minus, we borrowed 88 plus we paid some fees. Let's just say 10,000 in fees, right?
Yeah.
So call it 98. So 134 minus 98,000.
Mm-hmm.
If we flipped it, this is our net profit.
That's how you get check for that much.
Yes, that's our net profit. And guess what? The 25,000, the contractor, they happy. They getting paid from that. The money that we borrowed. So now you can come into the process with no money down, even if it ain't 36. What if you made a oops and it's 30, or another oops and it's 25,
or it's 10,000?
Yeah, and guess
you still
what?
Eating.
What's funny is, I'm glad you said that, 10,000, because there's people out here like firefighters and lawyers and dentists.
Mm-hmm.
They are in the position that beasts are in. They don't just want their money to be working in 401k. They would love to make an extra 10 in like 3 months.
Yeah.
So you can even wholesale the property for, instead of wholesaling it to Beast, because
Mm-hmm.
Beast is another investor. He know the game. Beast only gonna give you 20 for the property.
Yeah.
You can come to the doctors and the lawyers and that same property, get 40 off of it in a fee.
Yeah.
Because when it's all said and done, they only care to make 10,000. Beast want to make 30,000 when it's said and done, because he's an investor.
Yeah.
The person, you get it, the person working at 95, an extra 10,000, that's a two family vacations that year.
Yeah, that's true.
And they let their money work for them. So they was like, oh, snap. Now, guess what? Hey, Mr. Berto, you got any more? I'm over here putting on some braces today, or pulling teeth, or, defending a case. You got something, I need to send some money. They're going to be hounding you.
And that's how you keep the network.
And that's how you build a network, So, and it sounds like a lot, but it's not. And overall, too, with the Gap lending, so I clarify, do you need credit for them? Yes. So mind you, these banks, these friendly banks, they not income verification. They don't care about that because they understand the game.
Okay.
They focus on the deal. They look at the deal and say, yes, they like the deal, they'll lend on it. Because they know if they lend you the money, let's just say they lend you the money and you don't perform, they lend you a certain amount based on the condition. So they know if you don't perform, they can sell the property today and get all their money back.
Okay, that makes sense.
That's what they understand. So to them, it's not nothing to lose. It's nothing to lose. Now, the Gap lenders, you need credit, but guess what? Okay, my credit bad. Berto got good credit. Hey, Berto, you can get approved and they'll tie the money to an LLC. Now, I'm closing on a property and I'll be like, hey, Berto, I need 10% on this property. Truthfully, guess what, Berto? You can turn into a private lender and you can charge me, Sam, hey, okay, cool, I'll give it to you, but 12%. You think I'm going to want to give you that 12?
Yeah, you would.
I'm like,
Yeah.
let's go.
Yeah.
Because guess what? I ain't gotta, because I'm now coming into the deal with no money. I'll give you the 12 all day.
Yeah.
So now you're using the gap lending money to make you money, plus you have access to that money.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just and when you hear these terms, leverage or credit, this is what they be talking about. And this, if you go look at people like Jerry Norton got a 11,000 square foot house, just had his 10th kid. Also got a 3-bedroom, 2-bath guest house next to his house. Multi-millionaire, very humble dude. Humbled. When I say humbled dude. And he still don't use his own money to do deals. He just borrows. He leverage people money, hard money and private money, all his deals.
Hey,
Damn,
Sam,
that's very dope.
Where do you see the industry going in like the next 10 years?
Honestly, that's a good one. So I don't know too much, but from what I'm hearing, it's only going to continue to get better. And one thing, so this guy named Chris Carrillo, who I'm also following. Well, I wouldn't say following because he got like a big platform, but I'm sure one day he probably would. But I know him personally. He says he tie his dollar to the future economy, meaning he's buying the asset today because he know what it's going to be tomorrow. And some of these sellers, like we see when we analyzing the property numbers, we see they bought the property 15, 20 years ago for 150,000, and now today it's worth almost 400,000. You know what I mean? And it's probably outdated, but guess what? If they put 50,000 into that property, it'll be 400,000. That's a lot of equity.
Yeah.
And then you could be renting these properties. So that's what we're gonna be doing with the property we picked up. So so we got the hard money. So in this case, I don't have the gap funding yet, but I know about it. And somebody like that young killer I told you about from DC, he actually got approved. You know, because my credit across all 3 boards ain't right. You know, it's as high as 750. You know, I don't mind sharing this either. To low as 620, because I'm going through some credit repair stuff. So it ain't across the board. So I would have to like talk to somebody like, hey man, can you get approved and let me leverage that or whatever. So so what we're doing, we got the hard money. So that 7,000, we had to put that down ourselves. But I don't mind. Remember, we closed some deals. I'm playing with that. I'm playing with the house money right now.
Yeah.
Put down to 7. So Chris and them, they actually gonna be starting to work this week. And because I post a little bit here and there, but the next time you actually gonna see me post, because somebody's actually holding me accountable, it's gonna be about April. I'm gonna post about what happened for the last 6 months in the business, you know, just to hopefully inspire somebody. But they're gonna fix this property up, and then about next month, we're gonna refinance. So the refinance company, they give you a certain percentage of what the property is actually worth now fixed up. So like I said, it's gonna be worth about 150. So check this out. This one, it gets real fun. I'm telling you, like, that's why I said I want to do some more of these later to kind of put out the education so people know. So 150,000, the property will be worth, the one that we're working on. 150 once it's done. The refinance company will refinance 75% of what it's worth. So 150 times 0.75, which is 112,500, right? How much did I borrow? You remember?
You borrowed 88,000. It was 63,000 from the bank, and it was, I think it was another, was it 13,000 or something from the gap, or 12,000 from the gap?
No, 25,000.
25,000, yeah, from the
but
gap.
Yeah, you're right. No. I don't have the gap. The whole 88 is from the hard money.
The hard money. Okay.
I just had to put down the 10%. I had to put down 7 so they can give me 88.
88. Okay.
So minus the 88, right?
Yeah.
I'm down to 24. Well, guess what? I want. You know, I had fees, right? How much in fees we got? Throw out a number of fees.
Let's just say like 4,000.
4,000. All right, I'm gonna give you 10.
Okay.
Right? Because we had 24.5 minus 10,000. 14,500. How much did I have to bring to the table again?
7.
7 minus my 7. I want my money back, right? So if I got my money back, how much money I got on the property?
You got 7,000.
No, I got
Because
my
it was
7 back.
Did you have like wasn't it 14,500 he had left?
So that 14,500, that's the amount of money left over from refinancing. This is an excess check. I can legit.
Okay.
So
it's like so equity. It's like when you get the appraisal and they find out, okay, the property is worth more than what you got. They refinance you, so you actually got the equity from it.
So we're gonna get into equity. They refinance. They say, look, we'll give you a check for 7. They're gonna give me a new mortgage.
Yeah.
For 75% of what the property is worth, which was about that one. Hold on, baby. Which was about that 112, right?
Yeah.
So that 112 minus the 88 minus another 10 in fees minus my 7, meaning. Give me 1 second. Sorry.
No, you good, man. You good.
Yeah. Meaning, so minus fees, we went high on the fees. So meaning I have a check left of 14 that I can put in my pocket. But now I want to take out my 7 too and really put my 7 back in my pocket. So if I paid the hard money lender the 88, plus paid extra 10 in fees, plus took my 7 back, how much money did I really spend on the property?
You didn't really spend no money because you got money back. You spent zero money because you end up making the money because you got your money back. You put the 7,000 back in your pocket, and they end up giving you a check for over.
And I could take this overage, right?
Yes.
I could take this, or I can leave it in the property.
Yeah, you can take it to whatever you want.
So now, guess what? We own a property with no money. And guess what? Every month you set up the property management company, which is what we did. You got this company, that company, not even different company. You got a property management company. You accounting for taxes, insurance, all that stuff. And guess what? Now you're going to be making a check from that property every month. It may not be much at first. It's an extra $200 a month. Mm-hmm. But guess what? Maintenance being taken out, property management handling it. And guess what? I'm on a yacht chilling with bees. I just got to continue to do that every time. And guess what? Now we playing Monopoly. So check this out. Let's just say I did take this 75, right? Because I'm going to just go blow it real quick, right? I'm going to take this 75. So remember, 75% of what the property was worth is what they refinanced it. So 25% is still in equity. So 150 of what is worth, 25% of equity is still in the property times 0.25. If I wanted to sell the property tomorrow, this is what I could walk away with.
Damn.
So I own the property, $0. I own an asset. So I got to pay my credit card bills, right? Because I don't want them to tie to the...
Come put a hold on your account.
But hold on. What's funny is, hey, this a gold nugget. You can go look it up right there. You know what? I ain't gonna lie, I do be liking to stay private, man. I'm kind of like throwing out some things. People might start looking me up. Hey. So
Sam the plug.
Hey. So
boy Sam.
Listen, you can go Google about me, but you won't find the property because it's not in my name. That's the other thing. You don't put it in your name. Don't put the property in your name. Now the loan that's attached to the property is in my name, but guess what? Who knows that? Only me and the bank.
Yeah.
But as far as if you go look at it right now, what property do type my name in on, you ain't gonna find it. It's gonna show we still renting a house.
Damn.
That's what it's gonna show.
That's crazy.
But listen, man, we all need, like, I'm big on this. Like I'm passionate about this. Like I'm willing to share more info later because I'm big on wealth and we can do this. Like our goal this year is to get 8 properties like that. That's what the goal was. But after things that's going on recently, I'm like, oh heck no, we're doing more. We got to.
Yeah.
Because so let me just throw this out before your next question. Remember about you. So Berto, you hustling to find people like me that sell properties, right?
Yes.
Now, guess what? You can say, you know what? I don't want to be hustling. I want to I don't want to be as big as Beast, but let me be in between Beast and where I'm at now. I'm going to network with other people that's like me and say, hey, when y'all find something, hit me up too, because I might be interested in buying. Because guess what? You got the hard money, the gap lending, and a contractor. And all you're going to do when people in your position, Berto, send you a house, you're going to look at the numbers and say, yeah, I want it. Click hard money, click gap lending, contractor, go handle that.
Damn, that's crazy. You can do that in a minute,
hey,
just with a phone or a laptop.
Hey, so now I got to hit y'all with this low blow. Like my man Lil Wayne say, approving $1 million deals from the iPhone. You can't do that with a Samsung.
Hey! Hey!
Yes, sir.
Hey, somebody got to start. Someone got to start, man. Someone got to start.
Yes, sir.
Why can't it be
Yes,
me?
sir.
Hey,
Yeah.
Tim, you giving great advice. Why can't it be me? Why can't I start?
Nah,
up
you're
here?
right.
Yeah.
It can be you. You're right. Start that trend.
He got a Samsung. No way.
Oh man,
Yeah.
man, we appreciate you, man. We definitely got to have you back on here, man, because this is like a great tip, and I'm definitely gonna hit you up like personally, just like to get more advice, from you, because it's like, damn, that's the old Sam I missed. Ever since
Yeah.
you cleared it out of the city, we used to get daily advice from Sam and MP. Now, you know what I'm saying? We call them boys the preacher's kids. You know what I'm saying? When they talk, everybody shut up and listen.
You gotta shut up and listen.
Hey, I want to let's go on a small scale, like personally, like even y'all too. I want to definitely encourage y'all. Y'all ain't got to be too on the hustling side like me, but at least make a goal for one property, whether it's a flip. Like I can really show y'all like some stuff, like because like hard money, my guy I'm using for hard money. Let's just say y'all credit ain't right. The hard money company, I'm good with them. And what if it's a house down here in Palm Beach or whatever, as long as it's somewhere where he lend, I'll just tell y'all, look, put my LLC on the paperwork when you close, so that he knows I'm on it. That because I'm like throwing it. I know y'all, and I'm gonna look at the deal like an investor. Like, hey, as long as it makes sense. So now my name is on it, and now my lender, I'm like, hey, my name on this, let's lend on it. He'll look at the numbers, bet. Now guess what? Y'all just got the lender. Now the only thing you're gonna need to make it up is the gap. So with gap, let's get back into gap lending. You can go that way, but guess what? You might know people with 401ks, Roth RAs that they could lend from these accounts tax free, or they just got money sitting on in other accounts. It's different ways to go about it. Or even like me. What if it was me where it was like we in a good position where we can throw out some liquid and you gotta put down 10? Shoot, all right, cool. I'll be a lender, and it's all love, but I'm gonna charge you 12%. I'm not gonna make you put down anything, but it's just a game. But guess what? When it's all said and done, you could do a flip. What if it was only 20 you made? You did a flip.
That's true. Man, definitely, man. Like I said, I'm gonna hit you up personally. But man, anybody that's listening, you heard the brother preaching, you know what I'm saying? He said it clearly, you know what I'm saying? Just like I said, leave a comment below, let us know what you think. And I'm gonna answer every question. And if I can't answer it, I'm gonna shoot the brother a text. He gonna answer it too.
Yeah.
But it's something, I'm not gonna lie, I can't speak for everybody else, but it's something like you'll definitely see me sometime in the near future working with you with something like that, man. And that's why I wanted to do a podcast, man. That's why I wanted to podcast, because it's crazy. Like, this is a great topic. Like, we came from the same neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? Especially we Black young men. They don't teach us none of this shit in school. Excuse my language, but they don't teach none of that. But it's just like, man, it's good to see like you, man, family guy, stand-up guy. You doing, positive, especially, man. That's like some big things, man.
Yes, sir. You already know, man. You already know. Hey, it's funny because, like I said, I'm passionate about this. Like, once this post, like, This gonna be like one of my things. Like, hey, if you want to know about wholesaling, how it can work, go watch this podcast right here.
That's true, man.
Go watch my
Appreciate it.
story. Yeah.
Appreciate it. And before we wrap it up, man, you want to tell the people like where they can find you, and also if they have any properties in certain cities to hit you up directly.
Yes, sir. If y'all got any property that needs some love, some fixing up, somebody inherited a property looking to sell a property quick cash, you could definitely find me on Instagram at Sam Butta, SAMBUTTA, or you can find me on Facebook. If you type in Sam Butta Jr., it'll pop up. But my name is Samuel Ladbadier Jr. You can find me on there. Shoot me a message.
Not over there.
Yeah, and hey, I'm my inbox does get hit up, and I'm always answering questions, and I don't mind if I get to it, I'll answer it. But most of it can be found on YouTube. But aside from that, like if you got like some real good questions, throw it out there. And
if you got properties, man, throw it his way, man.
Yeah, properties too.
Palm Beach, Lake Worth, Port St. Lucie, Miami, Broward.
Yeah.
And he even said he in Texas too.
Yeah, Texas at Georgia, the Carolinas, Tennessee, Missouri. You know what? Just send it my way, because guess what? If the numbers make sense, we own it.
And that's what, like, if the number makes sense, we own it. And then we said we talk about him. Because he the boss. He's the boss. He's the CEO. He's Birdman of this Universal Cash Money industry. He's taking over for the 2021 season.
Yeah.
Hey, man, Sam, appreciate you, man. This was like great knowledge, man. Appreciate you a lot, man. And again, Big Zoe Podcast, man, we everywhere. Click subscribe, leave a comment below, and let us know what you think, man. Appreciate the homie Sam, man. And we out. And holla at your boys. Yeah. Hey, Sam, on the real, I'm gonna hit you up, man. You gotta send me your number directly, man.
Yes, sir. I'll send it and send it to Beast too, man. Let's stay connected with whatever. I don't really cut hair no more, so I can't give no line.
I was about to ask you, still a barber?
Well, I cut little kids' hair, like little kids that need haircuts. I cut their hair, but
that boy say, "Hey, I'm in barber school now."
Let's get it.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna graduate in like July, bro.
Oh, nice. Let's go.
Yeah, man. I've been cutting hair, man. I've been doing my little thing, man.
Let's go. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Hey.
But Sam, on the real, I'm definitely gonna hit you up, man. Shoot me your number. And I definitely got to talk to Mark MP, man. MP's the guy too. Cause I'm not gonna lie, I was looking into that wholesale. I don't know if you know Jay Morrison. So I was looking into I know he was talking about the whole wholesale thing.
Yeah, I know Jay.
You gotta check out Mark Whitten. He's been on the Breakfast Club.
Mark Whitten. I'm gonna pull him up.
Yeah, he talks about wholesaling. He talks about how people can find properties and like do the posters thing, like send postcards and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's another way of marketing. Yeah, when you see those signs on the side of the road, all of that.
Yeah, that was you probably would like some of his ways and stuff, man. Check him out.
I follow Mark on Instagram. I didn't know that. Mark Flip Houses. I follow him on IG.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Hey, Sam, we about to get cut off any minute now.
Okay.
We on the free Zoom app.
I gotcha.
But again, man, hey, I appreciate you for sure, man. I definitely gonna hit you up about certain things, man.
Yes, sir. Nah, definitely appreciate y'all having me on, man.
Yo, appreciate it again, man. Big Zoe Podcast, available every social media platform. And man, if you enjoyed this conversation, leave a comment below. Let us know what you think. If you have any discussions, any topics you want us to discuss, let us know. Big Zoe Podcast.